Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll teach you how to start very simple Hello World application using Zenboot. Zenboot is very powerful framework and the most popular framework out there that developers choose to build their application very easy and very fast. This video is a part of Zenboot tutorial series that I will cover other video later on. If you like this video, please hit on the subscribe button so that I can continue to create other contents like this. That's all for now. Let's get off and start learning about Zenboot.
So right here, this is the official documentation of Zenboot, and the latest version is 3.2.3. For the overview, Zenboot made it easy to create standalone, version-ready, string-based application that you can just run. Whether language you are using, Java or Kotlin, Zenboot is the right choice to go. For the main feature that allow you can create standalone Zend application embedded Tomcat to provide Java Web HTTP Serverless Server, SETI, or Undertow. This provides automatically config string, and you can monitor your version ready features such as metric or health check. And the last one is no requirement for XML configuration. Now, if I click on Learn, go to Reference Doc, and you can see here this is all document attention related to Zenboot. For example, getting started or using Zenboot, core feature, web data, version ready feature, and I think this is pretty much everything you need to know about how to learn Zenboot. Next, let me explain why we should know and learn Zenboot. So, as I mentioned before, Zenboot is amazing and powerful framework that provides everything you need to build your application very easy. For that, you can apply for your web application or microservices. If you need security, it provides security available for you. Testing, database connection, whether type database you want to connect, MySQL, MongoDB, or Postgres, and everything is set up to you by auto configuration. And the main reason is easy to learn. If you have any issue related to Zenboot, I believe that your issue will be resolved because Zenboot has free community and a bunch more. That's it, the benefit of Zenboot. By learning Zenboot, you will able to find job because everybody now is using it and apply Zenboot to their production product. Next, let me explain the structure of Zenboot application look like. So now this is the structure of the Zenboot application. First is we have the controller player. This is where we will receive the HTTP request include get, post, put, and delete. Then we also have service layer. This will handle the business logic of the application. And the last one is repository layer. This layer will responsible for connect to any database such as MySQL, MongoDB, or Postgres, and other as well. This video is mainly guide you how to start simple Hello World application using Zenboot. So this tutorial will not apply to this video. Other video along with this will be covered later on. I just explained to you how the tutorial of the Zenboot application look like. So next, let's focus on how to set up your first Hello World application using Zenboot. So in here, to create a Zenboot application, There is a couple ways to do, such as from SwingInitializer, here I am, or you can use from Swing CUI or Maven command. For me, I choose Initializer because it's very easy to set up. Let's go to the project type. You can choose Radar for Kotlin, Ruby, or Maven. For me, I choose Maven, and the languages also have Ruby, Kotlin, and I will stay with Java. And the input version, let's leave it by default. The version is 3.2.3. For the project meta, let's change a little bit. For me, it's com.ntlc artifact and the name leave it. And I want to type some description in here. Demo hello world application. So since input, okay. The package name leave it, and the packaging you can choose war or char, and the Java version you can choose 21 or 17. Because input version is required, Java version 17 as minimum. Let's click on add dependency. As you can see in here, Spring provide a lot of dependency that you can choose to set up your application. For example, you can choose Spring Reactive Web or Spring Web Services, and the template is a template apache remarker. Spring Security, if you change to our tool, you can apply it. For the SQL, it provides Spring Data CPA, CDBC, Leakway, and Flyway, or Sundown. It also has Ready for You. Messaging is also for both RabbitMQ and Apache Kafka. Let's select dependency is required for us in this video. I would like to select Syn Web dependency to perform RESTful API. Let's click on Explore. So this is the Bootstrap project based on Maven via pom.xml file, and basically store the Spring Boot version and all the dependency we selected from Spring Initializer. Just close. Click on Generate. Next, let's go ahead and open this folder in IntelliJ and start up your Spring Boot application. Within IntelliJ, open, select demo folder, click on OK, and you can see here in the left hand side we have the demo as the root folder. We also have Maven wrapper sources. Let's open it more. Man, Java, and this is the default package. And this package will store all the source code that you writing resources folder. And in this folder we have a configuration file for your application or other files such as XML or JSON, for example. And under resources, we also have static folder and template. We see basically we store on the file from front end HTML or CSS. And also we have the test folder in here, the main database. So basically this is the folder we store all the testing of your code is performed in here. And if I click on demo application test, you can see here we have one empty test in here. Okay, let's open the pom.xml file. So as I mentioned before, this is the Maven project that bootstrap by string IntelliJ in reverse step. So as you can see, we have the parent here with the version of the Zenboot is 3.2.3 in here, group ID, artifact ID, and the division as well. So, and for the property, we choose Java 17, and also we choose the dependency Zenboot Starter Web, and we also have Zenboot Starter Test, which is auto-rated by default for us, and also for the build, we have the plugin Zenboot Maven plugin in here. For the Java version, this is the Bootstrap by Maven. But we need to make sure that we can run this application on IntelliJ. Next, let me show to you. If I click on the main menu, project structure. So as you can see in the project tab, in the SDK, it automatically builds my Java version is 17 in here. So in case you don't have Java 17, you can click on download CDK, and then based on the version you want is 17, you can choose from Amazon, Eclipse, or you can choose from Zrun runtime, and then click on download. But for now, I already downloaded the Java 17, so I click on the cancel again. So everything are good to go. Now let's create a simple hello world method to starting up hello world API. So within the demo application class, this is the main class, and you can see we have input application annotation to mark as our application is input. But before we write the symbol hello world, I would like to make sure that we can run this application properly. To do that, you can click on here or here. Okay, click on this, run. So in the log file here, starting the modification to Java 17, Tomcat is started, and right now we have the Java web server is running, and the port by default is 8080. Next, let's navigate to the browser and type localhost 8080. We should see the white page. This is because we do not create any API endpoint yet, and you can see the status is 404, stand for not found. So let's go back to IntelliJ and element hello world endpoint, and I would like to create a method with public and return type string, and the method name is hello world, and then simply return hello. But to able perform this method to be a RESTful API endpoint, we need to mark the annotation is get mapping on the method, and also mark this class is a REST controller. To mark this class is the REST endpoint. Okay, cool. Let's start again. Let's go back to the browser. Before is 404 with not found. If I reload the page, we should see the Hello World content in here. So now you can see here we receive the Hello World API here. But this is just the string itself. Instead, I would like to receive the JSON body. Let's go back to IntelliJ, and in here I would like to modify this method. Let's type list of hello world, and of course the return type must be list of string in here, and start again. Okay, go back to browser and click on refresh. Okay, now you should see that we receive very simple Hello World API.
Okay, I am very happy that I can teach you just very simple Hello World application using Zenboot. Let me know your thinking about this video by type the comment below. This is my first video on YouTube, so that hopefully I can get your support to continue create other contents like this. That's all for now. See you in the next video.